Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am gonna go ahead and get ready for the day and thought I'd hop on just to kind of go over all the things. For those of you that are familiar with mascara, hopefully you'll pick up a new tip or trick. And for those of you that have no idea what mascara is, hopefully you'll learn all about a new product and be interested in contacting me for more information. Mascara is a really cool concept. I'm going to take up a little palette just to show you guys, in which you get your makeup in tins, and because they have metal and the palettes are magnetic, they stick right into the palette, and you can customize your tints. Your palettes however you like. You can earn free palettes depending on the amount of product you purchase, and there are all kinds of sizes. This is my artist palette, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys about the product now. First off, I want to just explain 3D foundation. Typically when you have foundation in a bottle or however your foundation comes, you apply one color all over your face. With Maskcara Beauty, you do what is called highlight and contour, or HAC, your face. And these are your highlight colors, which replace like your traditional foundation. These are your contour colors. There are also highlight colors over here for darker complexions. It starts getting into really darker complexions here. And then we have illuminators, and we have what you saw in this one, powder illuminators. These are cream illuminators. And we have a variety of lip and cheek products. So they're used on your lips and your cheeks to tie that look together. Sorry. So I keep my dark and light colors in separate palettes. And then we have a variety of beautiful eyeshadows. So with this, you're able to put the coverage, the different coverage where it's needed. So instead of having to put a whole lot of product on top of each other, you can just put things where they go and blend your face together and have a beautiful three-dimensional look instead of one flat look from just using one color everywhere. So it just helps you build the coverage. And you can also, you can also build coverage so that you can have a more glamorous look, or you can do very light and natural coverage for a very natural, almost no makeup look. So you can cover flaws up. There's a lot of ability to color correct with this makeup. It's highly pigmented, so you have to use very, very little. Little goes a long way. We have beautiful tools, double-ended tools to use. These are our makeup brushes. We have a variety of sizes for a variety of needs. All kinds of makeup brushes available. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different brushes that we sell. So it just depends on exactly what you like to do with your makeup or how you like to do your makeup as to which brush is probably best for you. And I typically try to do my makeup with one brush to show people that when they first get their makeup, they can use one brush to do all the things until they can add to their collection. But I'm going to use different brushes to just kind of show you what they were, like their specialty is today. And I don't typically do that. I try to stay with one, like I said, just to show one or two, just to show that you can do your makeup with, so you can start out. So you don't have to invest in all the brushes at one time, unless that's what you want to do. So many people start with their contour color and get that dark color on first. I usually start with my highlight color, but today I'm going to go ahead and do it the way that other people do. I'm going to use Ash Contour today, I think. You want to get it right at the edge of that cheekbone. And you just kind of, for me, because I have a round face, I'm going at an angle this way. For somebody with a very thin face that you don't need to create like that weight loss, that chiseled effect. You're going to kind of just do more of a little bit of a Nike swipe right there. And see, that's a good color. Oops, brush the right way, Victoria. So, but because I'm trying to thin my face out, I want to go, I've never really used this color. I'm just trying to decide if it's a little too, what we call muddy or dirty looking, or if it's creating a good shadow for me. I guess we'll see as we go along. I like to play in the colors a lot, and you'll see that. So sometimes you'll see me put something on and wipe it back off. I do have the colors that I use on a regular basis. This is not one. I've never actually used this color before, but I just wanted to kind of see because a lot of people really love this contour color. So I just wanted to kind of see how it would do with my skin. So we'll find out. So the purpose of contouring here, as I said, is to kind of chisel some cheekbones in. You're contouring your forehead if you don't have bangs and things, especially you want to contour your forehead because you want to draw the attention down to here. So you're just creating a shadow. That is not going to stay that way. We are going to blend, but we're going to just start out that way. Because I have a round face, I'm going to go right up here at the end of my jaw and define that jawline. And by doing it right there, what I'm doing is shadowing out that part of my face to thin my face out some. So I don't know if you can see the difference a little bit on the two sides. I'm going to have to do a tutorial where I just do one side of my face to show the difference. But you get that jawline. Since I'm in my 50s, I have a little bit of that neck thing going on. So I just want to shadow that out. And really creating these shadows just kind of makes some things disappear, kind of blends them away so that you have a different, it just kind of fakes things out, I guess you would say. Now I'm going to take and contour my nose. Just want to do a line down. You're kind of creating, it's like a nose job in just a few minutes. You want to just leave a small space here to put that highlight color in to kind of take out that pug a little bit. So you want to just leave where the light is going to hit here, just that straight line, and you've thinned it out by creating a shadow here so that, and you are going to blend that out. You're not going to just leave dark lines on your face, but here, let me just put a little bit of highlight in the middle so you can see what I'm talking about. So now the focus kind of goes on that area of the nose, and the nose looks thinner. So but we will blend everything together here shortly. So I'm also going to take and just give my lips that are thinning as I age a little bit more dimension and concentrate right there in the middle. Give me a little pout on that bottom lip. I typically actually really like to do my lips with the multitasker, which is this brush here. It has a very small end and then a flat end, which is great for pressing things on like glitter or putting on your lip and cheek color. But the small end really helps you with lining those lips. So I'm going to look in the mirror on my vanity for 1 second to make sure I get that right. Can you see how that just kind of adds to your lips? Okay, so I got my contour in place. I'm going to take my 30-second HAC brush, and so my highlight color has changed In the summer, I'm one color, and in the fall, it was another color, which I thought was going to be my winter color too. And my color has not been doing the same for me recently, so I've kind of stepped down in color to go back to getting that beautiful finish. So, and then so basically, that's another beautiful thing about the tins, because you can change they're only $14, so as your skin changes, you can update your highlight, and then you still have the other highlight to go back to as your skin changes back. And you can use the different shades, like if you had to go lighter in the fall or the winter, and then in the spring and the summer you go a little darker, you can use those lighter shades that you had for the winter time as brighteners in the summer, and you can use those darker shades in the winter time as kind of like a color corrector for areas that your lighter shade that you switch to might not cover appropriately. So just some ideas. With a foundation, you're kind of stuck with that color year round, or until it's gone, or until you go buy another one. So I find that this is definitely a money savings, because the product's not going to go to waste. I'm going to get some color back in my skin when it's back to being that time of year. But in the meantime, I have a variety of things that I can try. Oh, that's kind of creepy. I'm alone in the house and something's like talking. I guess it's a toy in Kaylee's room playing music. Okay, so I have some redness that's showing through right here. So I'm going to go into a little bit of a darker color right there and tap that in. You can also tell if you've done if your color's the right color for you, because you don't feel tacky. It should go on like butter. It should be smooth. You know what I didn't do? I didn't use Stay Spray to start with. I'm going to use it now. I always use the Stay Spray as my primer and as my setting spray, because it helps my skin so much. So I'm going to go back through. I'm just going to kind of blend that contour and that highlight color together. You can use your beauty blender. You can use your brush. I did not get my beauty blender wet before I start it. But the best thing to do, because it picks up the excess product, is to use the beauty blender. You get it really soaking wet in the water. Squeeze all the excess water out so that see, it's this size right now, but when it's got water in it, it's way puffier and softer and not so, it's more pliable. This is kind of harder to push down. It just becomes so squishy soft, but you want it to be where it almost feels like it's dry already again. Just wring it out really, really well, because you don't want it soaking wet. It'll pull the product off your face. You just want it to be nice and fluffy and full, so that it picks up any extra product you've left on the skin, but doesn't pull off any product that should be left on your skin, if that makes any sense. So I'm just blending with that. And I kind of forgot that I contoured first with my nose, so I may have to go back and correct that. So I guess there's a reason I don't really use this contour color. It's super duper light on me. It's, I guess, really good for a natural look. And since I don't really have plans today, except for the grocery shop, I don't know that I'm going to mess with it too much. I might just go back over slightly with the color I know works for my skin. This is our new contour henna. Just going to add a little bit of that color in there. I don't want to be completely contourless. Okay. right, so see with it blended, it just gives you some dimension to the face. See, like with my forehead, there's a shadow there, but is that a natural shadow or did I add that shadow? So it's not like where it just looks like she has all this dark makeup on her forehead. It just creates that shadow so that now you see where it's lighter down in here. It kind of draws the attention down to the eyes. And when I do my eyes, you'll see that even better. So I kind of fill that back in. This is why I like to do my highlight first and my contour second, because I'm a little bit messy. So I didn't carefully place everything around that contour. I kind of just forgot that I contoured and just went on and did the other things. So I'm going to just kind of draw some nose contour back in. I'm just using the multitasker just to get those lines pretty close together. And to kind of come down in that V at the end of the nose. Okay, and I'm going to just blend that. You want it to be there, but you don't want it to be like super obvious that you drew it in. You just want it to appear as a shadow, and the focus is now right there on that straight area in the middle, and it's like a nose job in which you've lost weight. You're trying to lose, like if you have a thicker face like mine, a rounder face. I don't know why I was thicker, like my thighs. A rounder face like mine, you want to thin out, and so you're actually working towards whatever your features are to accent your features and to diminish the things that you want to kind of take away from. So for me, it's to decrease the chubbiness of my cheeks. I want to kind of draw cheeks on there because I don't have real defined cheeks, and I have a pug nose, so just having that little bit of contour on my nose thins my nose out, and it adds a little bit of dimension and a fullness to my lip right there. So those are the things that contour were most important to me for, and it kind of helps here on the jawline too. Now we're going to move on to the lip and cheek color, and today I'm going to use I have on red, so you know what, I'm going to use I was going to use saffron, but you know what, I'm going to use scarlet because I never use scarlet and it is truly red. I'm just going to use my finger to apply that because it is so red. I don't want to get too much. Right there in the apple of my cheeks and going back into that contour. You want to do maybe 3/4 in your contour and 1/4 on your highlight because you don't want to go too high. So you try to stay down towards that contour line, and that kind of helps you make sure that you don't get too high with your lip and cheek. But you want to start with the apple of your cheeks. And then I'm just going to kind of buff it with the B squared, which is the blush and bronzer brush. Kind of buff it into that contour line and back. And that apple of the cheek. Okay. See if that's too bright for my lips. Let's see what happens. Got a little sloppy. This stuff is great because it's cream. You can correct it. Anything. Make sure I get outside lines. It's like painting by numbers. All right, so now we have our lip and cheeks done. That is a bright red, is it not? It it'll tone down as I do a few other steps. I'm going to go ahead and actually do my eyes real quick before I put the finishing touches on my face in case I have to clean anything up. And we're going to do, with eyes, we're going to go super simple because I have to get to the grocery store. Eyeshadow everything brush, hold it far back because if you hold it too close, you're going to be blending too hard. Further back, and then you're going to blend easier. And first I'm going to go in with Tangled, it's one of our cream eyeshadows, and just kind of get that everywhere to get that base an even color. Tangled is this one right here. Just kind of getting that nice, and it's got a little bit of shimmer to it, so it's not just skin toned. Like Cupcake is another great one to use as that base. That's that one down there. That's a matte. I just wanted to use one of the creams. So I'm going to go ahead and take Spiced. Kind of go in that crease with Spiced, which is another one of the cream eyeshadows, and it is the brown color here next to the Tangled. Just getting that in that crease right there in the corner of the eye. Did I come down too far? That's my eyelashes looking like that. Oh, something on my eyelashes. I wonder, it looked like I had something right there. Maybe I should be looking in the mirror instead of the phone to make sure I do this right. It's just kind of windshield wiper effect there, going back and forth in that crease. And I'm going to just swirl it around in that corner. And I could actually stop right there. That's a very neutral, natural eye. But I'm going to take Arabian Nights on the small end, which is the last of our brown, the darker of our creams. So Tangled, Spiced, Arabian Nights. And I'm going to smudge that under the eye on both sides. Go like halfway. I go like halfway on my eye to like the pupil. Just to get some color under there. Really draw the attention to those eyes. And then I'm going to take that Arabian Nights. Kind of add it right there in the corner. With that small end. Starting at the lash line and kind of pulling it towards that corner just to deepen that up right there. I'm going to blend it to make sure it's not just like looking funky. Okay, and there the eyes are very neutral. What is hanging out on my eyelashes? Like a piece of lint, I guess. So very neutral, very natural, very easy. All right, so we have the eyes done. Now I'm going to go ahead, and this is where you have to make a decision about illuminator, but I'm going to start with bronzing. I'm going to use our cream bronzer, and I have that down here next to our glow illuminator because I like to use those two together. This is Bella Bronzer. And the bronzer just adds a warmth to your face and kind of gives you a sun-kissed glow in all the places the sun would have hit. So right there on the cheeks, you would have gotten sun across your forehead. Come over to this cheek. Your nose often gets that sun. You can do your chin if you want to. This is all about personal preference where you bronze. I like to just kind of go along my neck and blend everything in that area because that contour and my face, I don't want my neck to be a whole lot different color. So I'm just kind of pull it together. And the last thing that I'll use is illuminator. And today I'm just going to use my hands and everything. Today I'm going to use Angel Illuminator, which you can tell is one of my favorites. I use it on lots of people. And actually I want to start by tapping my nose and the Cupid's bow. I'm going to use some in the corner of my eye, adding that lightness to the eye. Opens that eye up a little bit, gives it some pop. I'm going to use some on the brow bone. And then my favorite place to use it, on the high part of the cheek. Just adds a beautiful little shimmer, a little bit of glow. Can you see that? I'm getting carried away. I love Angel. Tones down that lip and cheek a little bit. Okay. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm going to use that Stay Spray. Generously so that makeup stays on all day long. That's drying. I will go ahead and get my mascara on. Brush is cleaned up. I love this mascara from Thrive Cosmetics. It is a bomb because I never end up with anything underneath my eyes. Any other mascara I've tried, I end up with, okay, so I don't end up with anything underneath my eyes when I'm wearing it. When I'm putting it on, if I'm clumsy, I'm going to end up with all kinds of stuff under there. Only because I said that. Never because I made that comment. Okay. I'll just go out here and clean it up. Like I said, this makeup's miraculous. It's like dry erase. If you make a mistake, you can get it fixed. And actually, I learned a trick yesterday. Do your bottom lashes first if you do your bottom lashes. And this is why. So if you do your bottom lashes first, because you open up your eyes big to do those bottom lashes, I have to keep mine kind of down because I started with the top over here. But you open your eyes big and then you're going to end up with black dots over the top because you did your top lashes first. So if you do your bottom first and get that mascara on those bottom lashes, then when you go to do your top, you don't have to worry about it because you're not going to be going back to the bottom. And you're keeping your eyes kind of down when you're doing the top, so you're not getting polka dots anywhere. Thought that was a really cool tip. Of course, if you're sloppy with your mascara, you're going to get it everywhere anyways. I don't know why I'm being so sloppy today. All right, so if you'd like a color match, please send me a message. There you go. If you'd like a color match, please send me a message. I'd be happy to get you color matched. If you have any questions about product, please let me know. I'd be glad to help you. If you want help selecting a new color because your color from the summer or the fall are not working for you in the winter time, please let me know that too, and we'll be happy to help you get a new color match for this time of year. And just so that you're aware, if you're just starting to use mascara, it may be that you need a new color for the spring or the summer, and that's okay, because then you can use your winter color as your brightener, or save it for the following fall and winter. I am going to just show you guys one more thing. Since I've already made this a very long video, I'm going to do one more thing. I want to just show you about brightening. I'm going to take a lighter color than what I'm wearing, and I'm just going to press it in this area. Can you see what adding a brightener does? Can you see the difference between the two? It kind of like lifts it, pops it. So you kind of go in that triangle. You want very little product because it is lighter than your regular highlight color. And you just press it on, and you can see that it just opens up everything to be a little bit brighter in that eye area, and makes everything kind of become where that becomes the focus. So can you see that in the video? I hope you can see that. That is adding a second highlight color for brightening. I feel like this might not be, well, maybe so. We'll see. Let's see if I can let in a little bit more natural light. I feel like my ring light might be doing an injustice to my makeup. I'm not sure. Let's see if we back up here to the natural light. It's a little bit darker than I like, but I think the natural light shows better exactly how it turned out. So there you go. That's more in the natural light. I might tone down the cheeks a little bit just because they match my shirt really well, but I'm not sure that that's really, it's a little dark. So it's a beautiful color for somebody maybe with a different complexion. But for me, I think I need to wear it a little bit later if I'm going to use it. It's the first time using it. So, all right, ladies, have a very happy day, and I will be talking to you again soon.